Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara, and I am here with your monthly forecast for the month of October 21. I have my Animal Wisdom Oracle cards, and I'm just shuffling them, tapping into the energy of this month. And gosh, we're in the 10th month. October is the 10th month of the year. And it feels to me like numerologically speaking. So a 10 month would be a 1, which would be a new beginning, but we're in 2021, which is a 5. So 5 plus 10 would be 15. So a 1 and a 5 would be a 6. So that feels more right on to me. This to me feels more like a 6 month, which is really about getting things in order, having some structure, having some oversight, some systems. It might be a good month to re-examine how you do things and maybe set up a little bit more structure in your world, put things on automatic a little bit so it's not so scattered. To me, the energy of the month as I'm feeling into it feels kind of solid and grounded, but there's also a structure and a flow to the energy. So that's just, I'm not a numerologist. I just really like it, and I like to play with it and feel into it and see what comes up. So that's my initial hit on the month of October 2021. September was very light, very neutral, very curious, looking at our mental patterns. So if you do 2 plus 2 plus 1, so 2021 is a 5 plus 9 is a 13. And then you add the 3 and the 1, you get a 4. So am I doing that right? The 2021 is a 15. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, so a 4 month is a little bit different. And this one felt very much like it's time to revisit our childhood. It's time to look at some of those structures and those habits and those routines that were in place and lighten them up. Whereas October feels like, okay, now that we've done that lightening up, let's go create some new ways of being in the world. So we kind of took that time to look at our mental patterns and let go of what wasn't serving us. So now we can be kind of in the driver's seat and go, well, this is how it is, and this is how I want things to be. So start looking at changes, systems, things you want to look at that would make your life flow more smoothly, that would have more structure, more flow. So there's less thinking, less doing, and more flowing with the energy. So I just stopped shuffling, and I'm really feeling this card. So let's see what this card is. The frog. Ah, how perfect. So I love the frog. The frog is one of my all-time favorite cards. And the frog is all about chilling until it's time to do something. So, just being really still, really relaxed, also very focused, very aware, but not doing things for the sake of doing. So not busyness, but just really being present and doing only what is the right action, what you're inspired to do. So, and then the message is about trusting your intuition. So to me, this card is very much about how do we create our lives so that we can be in that place, kind of the eye of the storm, if you will, where we're centered and grounded and there's things happening around us, but we don't have to go run around. We don't have to do everything. Sorry, my nose is getting kind of itchy. And we have that equanimity. We have that grounded peacefulness inside of us that we can see what's going on. And when it's time to do something, we'll go do that thing, or we'll go do that thing. Right. So that to me is the essence of the frog. And I'm just going to pull this one card for this month. And I want to just tap into the frog and see if there's a message there for us directly from the frog, which As you guys know, it makes me nervous every time I do this when I'm being recorded or I'm, on the spot for something. But I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to tap into the frog and the energy of the frog and see if there's a message to us specifically for this month of October 2021. So, okay, here we go. Checking in. And you might hear Dazzle snoring at my feet under my desk. So immediately I'm hearing a message from the frog, and it's about the ebbs and flows. And the image that I'm seeing is kind of like a zigzagging river. Like you've got ebbs, you've got flows, and I'm just gonna tap into that a little bit more and see what. Yeah, so the message is so much about drop the busyness, drop the doingness, settle in, find your spot, be there. So wherever you are, be there. And don't be off thinking about something else or doing a million things. So to me, this is really about, not withdrawing, but coming within, like drawing our energy into our bodies and feeling our strong energetic presence within ourselves, that clarity, and really being in that neutral place to be like, well, is it time to act? And if it's not a yes, then it's a no, it's a not yet. So if it's not like, yes, let's go, this is the time, then it's really like, let's just wait for the right time. A lot of times I feel like these messages are specifically for me. I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping they're universal, but this super applies to me right now, because I feel really this doing urge in my business to do something and get something done. And yet it hasn't been the right time yet. And so there can be that nervousness of like, oh, I know I'm going to do that, or I want to do that. But when is it going to happen? What if it never happens? What if I never feel like I want to do it, even though I know I want to do it, but it's never feeling like the time to take the action? And it can change on a dime. So it's really, and the frog, I mean, boom, when they take action, and it's decisive and it's big and it is, instantaneous, right? Like they are sit and wait predators and they're just hanging out, waiting for the time to act. And when it's time, man, out goes that tongue, they get that insect and boom, it's over. And so it can change that fast. And it can change that fast in our world too. And it's a different way of being in the world to really just be with, this is where I am, and this is what I feel like doing. This is what I'm guided to do. And that's why I think the message from the frog is so, so important, to trust our intuition. And to do that, we oftentimes have to slow down a little bit to get to that point where we can even recognize what our intuition is saying to us. So I'm going to tap in one more time and see if there's any other, image or phrase or anything from the frog for us. But I feel like we've kind of captured that frog essence. So, we had the bird essence last month, and now this month is the frog. It's the stillness, it's the peacefulness, it's the awareness, and it's the readiness, but not acting out of a mental gymnastics, but acting out of that intuitive guidance. Now is the time. So let's see if there's one last message from the frog. I'm going to close my eyes. Take a deep breath and check in with the frog. And the phrase that I heard was, feel your way. You will know when it's time to act. What a great reminder. Feel your way. Don't think your way. Feel your way, and you will know when it's time to act. One of the things that I've been thinking about this month, because I've been getting questions from some of my animal communication students who are now professional, and they have their own clients, and their clients are going like, but if my dog comes back reincarnated, how will I know? And it's kind of like, falling in love when you know. And that's what I feel like the frog is saying to us, like, feel it. And when it's time, you will know. So take the frog with you, find that peace, find that equanimity inside yourself, trust your intuition, draw your energy in, see what that feels like. Instead of being all boomity, 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 just come into your center, draw it in, be focused and aware and calm, and find that equanimity and trust your intuition that you will know when it's time to take action. So that is my forecast for the month of October 2021. One card, one animal, several messages, but the essence of it is, go within and trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and take action from right action, from that intuitive urge, that inner urge to act. Trust that. What a great message. What a great reminder. I am certainly taking that to heart. And if you have more insight into the card or the message from the frog, if you got another message, put it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. I always love reading those comments, and it adds so much richness to my own personal understanding of the card. So it's so much fun to share. So do that and have a great month. And I'll look forward to seeing you back here next month. Bye, everybody.